I like that little boom at the end of our intros. Boom. That's if you're listening and watching this on YouTube.
Only if you're on the YouTubes. Only if you're on the YouTubes, everybody. If you're listening on the normal audio platforms, you will not hear that boom. Go and watch the boom.
Boom.
Enjoy the boom. Yeah. Hello.
Hi,
Nice
my friend.
to see you. Week 2, where business as usual. It's the both of us. How refreshing.
How very refreshing. We're not reviewing anything though. We did go in with the intention to review a movie. We just haven't done it. No time. Plus, there's better things to talk about.
Yeah, we're gonna review Blade Runner. It would be nice to review. So I think it's been a long time since the both of us have actually reviewed anything. I think we did a lot of Daredevil, and then it all went a little bit quiet on that front. It will happen. It will happen. Probably not maybe in the next couple of weeks. Who knows?
Who knows? Hopefully.
Anyway. Yeah, definitely. But either way, very much excited for what we are going to talk about, which is the news. Not the normal news.
The news. What's going on? What's happened?
I don't know. I've got a bit of internet, but it's most definitely probably me. But it's not saying it's shit.
Mine's not saying it's shit. Mine can't say shit. It would be offensive at this point if mine would say it's shit. No, mine's definitely not me. Good Lord, it's not me.
Thank Jeebus. I think we're all right now. I think it's cleared itself right up straight away.
Fair. Anyway,
we'll just talk about this on an elongated basis for a minute, and audiences will tune out immediately. That's great. Anyway, that's enough of that. We're going to do news this week. We're going to talk interesting stuff, including, is our Wi-Fi working?
Woo! Yeah. Woo! Nothing like that on a Devere podcast. So check your Wi-Fi. We're a really good advert for an internet provider. That's what I would say.
Yeah, we are. They love us.
They would absolutely love us.
Big promotion.
I need to say this before we kick off. I'm wearing my Tottenham UEFA European finalists winners as well, cup winners. Got the hoodie. I got the official hoodie because it was such a momentous occasion.
How much was that?
I'm not going to tell you. I will tell you after we recorded this.
Okay, was it? Could you at least confirm if it was 2 digits or 3?
2 digits, yeah. Two digits.
What a relief. Yeah. In that case, I won't judge too much either way.
Yeah.
Okay, well, congratulations to the team.
Spurs. You don't know football at all, do you? You don't know football at all.
I actively try to move away from it because the minute you get fucking people like not people like you, because me and you are like best mates and it wouldn't happen. But other people, if I even remotely dip my toes into the world of football, it's basically you go, well, you fucking you know about Ronaldo, yeah, and then suddenly I'm engaged in a conversation I know nothing about. And then the minute I'm outed as someone who's tried but doesn't really know, I get absolutely fucking ran over by a double-decker bus.
And that is because you look like somebody that is majorly into football. You've got the appearance of somebody that is like a Millwall fan.
Aren't they incredibly racist and bigoted?
So you do know your football. Well done. I tested you there.
Fans. Yeah, that's for sure.
I tested you there. Well done.
Fantastic. Well,
no, you're not. No, you're not. At best, you're like a Norwich fan. Fan. Yeah, that's passable.
But I am Formula One fan. So if any of our listeners are Formula One fans, do talk to me. For instance, Verstappen was an absolute prick this weekend.
Oh, awful. Awful. The way that you went around that bend, honestly.
Oh, well, you say that. The way he did go around that bend was terrible.
Oh, really?
Hit another driver intentionally.
Oh, naughty boy.
He is a naughty boy. Should have been disqualified.
Should have been.
Because the FIA are petrified of Red Bull. But that's a conversation for another day. And we've got a friend who looks after a podcast for F1.
He does indeed.
I'll have an opportunity to actually talk about this to someone who knows what they're thinking.
I need to find a football podcaster. So you've got your guy. We'll bring thingy on. Won't name them because it would be a surprise. But and then I'll find a guy. We'll bring them on and we'll talk about subsequent different things.
And do you know what, audience members, this is a touching moment because despite our differences, me and Matt are the best of friends, and we have a lot that combines us. But sport is not one of them.
Sport is definitely not one of them.
No,
Isn't that amazing though?
I know.
Two blokes just don't like. Do you talk about sports? No.
Not at no point in our friendship
Never
do we ever engage with sport, because if we do, we don't know what the other person is talking about.
That is incredible. Genuinely incredible.
It's quite rare, isn't it? Actually,
very.
How rare is that for two bloke friends?
Yeah.
And I don't mean to bring sex into it, but let's be honest, there's an element of that when it comes to sport conversation between two people.
No.
Football, Millwall, for instance. Yeah, intriguing.
But what we do talk about is movies and superhero movies in particular. Not reviewing them. Not really reviewing them at all. Don't want to. Really. Ain't got time for it. Don't really want to. We did Daredevil, and that nearly killed us. So for the rest of the year, dear listener team, you're going to be getting us talking absolute nonsense, trying to maybe understand different parts of sports, apparently, guests coming on, and music in the summer as well. So we're really diverting. We're really diverting, it seems.
We are. Hopefully,
we're not.
So we'll make a round trip back to what we normally do. But
yeah.
We are going to talk film and Marvel and superhero related content.
We will do it in a moment. We do need a bit more of a preamble because, Forrest, you had a certain birthday this last weekend. How was it? You turned 45.
Oh, lovely.
Did you see the post?
Yeah, only a couple of months after you turned 50.
Very good.
Yeah. I did see the post. Do you know what's funny about the post, right? And thank you for the Instagram post.
Yep, you're welcome.
I read that probably about 4 times in the condition I was in, and only by the 4th time did I realise that you'd put 45.
Oh, really?
It did tickle me. I did laugh. I did go.
Nobody's mentioned it as well, which I think is really mean on your part.
Everybody's absolutely fine with thinking the time 45. 45. I know the forehead is not in good shape.
45.
I know I don't moisturise, but 45. Come on, mate. Taking the piss, surely. Although I do have a colleague who not when he was out last Friday. Big shout out to Nindy. He'll never listen to this, but Nindy at work, he's a legend, right? Love him. He is. He genuinely thought I was in my early 40s. We went out for a drink a few months ago, and he said, and we would do it like as you do, round the table, talking about people's ages, and he went, "Well, yeah, what, low 40s."
God.
And I was, and you just feel like the knife to your heart. I was like, Nindy. Bearing in mind, Nindy's like low 40s. I hope he is. No, I know he is, right? The fact, and I was like, Nindy, come on, mate.
Do you know what? I've been misaged from an older perspective, genuinely misaged by an older perspective, only by younger, like students. So I'm in a teaching environment, they go, you're in your 40s. And it's like, do you really think that? And if that, but like anybody else, I haven't had that experience yet. But like, honestly, I'm so scared. I don't know about you, but I'm so scared about reaching 40. So I'm 35 now, right? 35. Yeah. I'm not far away. I still feel 21. That's the scary thing. I still feel 21. So how the fuck do you feel when you're 40? If you still feel 21 when you're 40, what the fuck? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But I think the thing with me and you, we've always looked older than we are, right? We've always I was
older than we are, or younger than we are.
No, looking older than we are, right?
Oh, right.
No, would you not? Or so basically, I wasn't ID'd when I was younger. I wasn't really ID'd. They saw the beard, they saw my face.
Oh,
and
I see what you mean.
This guy's old, right? This guy's older than he is. And when it comes to acting, I would never, even when I was like 22, it's not like they'd ever look at me and go, "Oh yeah, you could play a teenager." They'd be like, "Fuck me, this guy's too old to play the guy." Yeah, like his actual age as he is, right? So But I have a little hypothesis about this, right? Is that yes, that is the case now, but I'm hoping what happens is this will catch up. So when I'm in my 40s, I will keep this current facade for far longer because I already look older than I am.
Yeah.
So I will go straight to pure grey hair, looking like I'm 70, but only when I am nearer that age. I'm hoping I'm going to claw onto this face for as long as I can.
I think I'm going to have quite a shift in the next 5 years, maybe 5 to 10 years.
Do you think
I do, yeah. I can sense it. Like I know. There's. I mean, you can see my beard. Like it's really patchy grey already.
I love the patchy grey. It's
yeah.
nice.
So this is going to go first. Beard's going to go grey first. My dad. So by the way, preface this. My dad's been grey my whole life, right? And I think I've done really well because my dad went grey in his 30s. I think by the time he was 35, he was completely like grey. I still got my brown hair and thick hair as well, which I'm really thankful for. But I just it's happening at the sides, little wispy bits here and there. You can see little bits here. Like it's kind of slowly trickling in. So I think the next 10 years, it's not a bad thing. And this is the other thing. I'm not saying grey hair's a bad thing. You can rock grey hair, all right?
Grey hair.
Philip Schofield.
Well, I mean, out of all the people in the world to choose, the guy that's got some
They said he was.
habits.
They said he was a silver fox, and he thought, you know what? People are a lot younger than me. Let's give it a go, and that's what he did. And now, the silver fox term. This is what I'm saying. The silver fox term now isn't that all good, is it? So this is what I'm saying. I'm not sure about going grey. I'm not sure about allowing that to come through because I don't want to be called Philip Schofield.
What's brilliant is during this whole 3-minute segment, I've had 2 jokes in my head and I've reserved both. One,
well done.
You showed me your white beard and I instantly thought Philip Snowfield, and I didn't say it.
Well, yep.
All right, Philip Snowfield. I thought that was a funny joke.
No,
because of the grey. Didn't because I wanted to avoid Philip Schofield like Plague of the Earth, but you went straight in. And also earlier when you said the words, I'm thinking, what if I'm 40 and I think I'm 21? And I went, well, can't be hanging around university gates, Matthew, at the age of 40, mate. People will get slightly concerned, my friend. Oh,
I mean,
you could be a postgrad, so.
Could be a postgrad.
I don't mean postgrad, do I? I mean a senior student. What do they call them? Mature student. Mature student. You see.
Unbelievable. Honestly, we mentioned Philip Schofield's name too many times. I think in this podcast that the algorithm, I think, it's going to kind of stir us away from any platform.
Yeah. Not. I mean, you did already mention Millwall as well. This has been a very toxic 13 minutes, to be fair.
I did, didn't I? I did actually. But he didn't. He's not in prison though, is he? He did a bad thing for certain, but he didn't. He did a bad. Let's be honest here. He did something wrong, but he's not in prison. I'm genuinely interested. I don't know. We're going into UK Brit pop culture here. I have zero knowledge on.
He's not in prison. He's not in prison. He did do a bad thing.
He did.
There's a lot of people who would defend what he did, and a lot of people that probably don't know the fuck. Of course there is, mate. Of course there is. Of course there is. Of course there is. I mean, there are people who fucking defend the Wests, mate. That doesn't mean they're not right in the head, but there will be people that defend them for sure. This is taking such a dark turn.
What about Jojo Siwa? What's the situation with Jojo? I'm getting Jojo Siwa on my algorithm at the moment. I don't know what is going on. She's going out with somebody who's a lot older than her.
Jojo Siwa? I don't even know.
Oh, you don't even know. She was in Celebrity Big Brother. She's like this pop star, but yeah.
So she went into the house being a lesbian.
Yeah.
And she had a partner. She split up with her partner at the end of it, and a lot of people were thinking that she had fallen in not love, but was interested in a guy that was in the house with her, right?
Yeah.
and then people were like, oh, okay, so you've traversed into bisexuality, I think.
Right.
Or maybe she always was. Well, she could always be.
Fine.
Anyway,
Yeah.
fuck me. I feel like I'm getting stuck into ravines that I don't want to get stuck into. But I think that's the story. I don't know if it's age related. That's for sure.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Fine. All right.
Wow. This is so heavy. This is unbelievably heavy and raucous.
This is
a news episode.
First 15 minutes, absolute nonsense, dear listener. Absolute nonsense.
I don't know what we can chalk this up to. Normally, you've had a fucking lethal water, or whatever it's called, lethal weapon. No, what they call?
You mean a liquid death? You can never get the name of that drink right, can you?
No.
Lethal. What did you just say? Lethal water. What did you say?
Lethal weapon, which is a film.
Lethal weapon.
I'm trying to loop it back into the movies.
Amazing, brilliant, well done.
Liquid death. I mean, what a god awful name. Who created liquid death?
I haven't had one in a while. Do you know what? I'm going to get some because it's getting hotter soon.
I'm really changing the lighting. In this
you are.
Room. I don't like it.
Oh my days! Honestly, we really do need a focus, dear listener. Actually, do you know what? This is, if anything, this is a really good example why our format has worked so well for 3 years.
Yeah,
and now
we've trashed that format.
We're like, we kept talking about like the MCU train. We're on the MCU train. We're not even on the platform, mate. We're not even on the platform.
We're on the walk to the train station.
We're walking up a hill on Google Maps going, where the fuck is it?
And we're a couple of beers deep, and we're going, oh, do you know what I think? Do you know what I thought about the Teletubbies when I was younger? I fucking hated Poe. Honestly, outrageous. And do you know what I thought about that man the other night who had a trench coat and got his dick out? I thought, well, actually, what a life.
I thought that was Philip Schofield.
I recognise that face.
I know that guy.
He's usually talking news and current affairs.
I know that silver fox.
Yeah. And now,
anyway,
he's tragically lost it. Everything. Yeah. Wow.
Should we talk about some MCU or DC or anything?
God.
Anything that might be related to this podcast. I think that might be a good idea.
We've not even started our intro, by the way. Do I bother with the intro? I'm not even going to bother with the intro. If you're listening on Spotify,
do it, but do it like 2 times speed. Do it, but 2 times speed.
Okay.
Go.
I mean,
there we go.
Matt is such a fucker. He's done that, knowing I've now got to fucking concoct audacity in a way to make that work.
That should not be any more work than like 10 seconds more. You should be able to just double speed something like that quick. Come on, really?
Yeah, all right. Okay.
Oh,
okay. All right, Matthew. Just
acting like it's like the hardest bit of editing in the world.
No, degrade my work, mate. That's a good 15 minutes a week. Come on, mate.
Oh,
that's, 10 minutes on a good day.
No, I value your shit. I value what you do.
Oh, Dave's opened the door, and I've been joined by Peggy. Peggy's
Amazing.
Peggy's not allowed up here.
Do you know what I loved is the way that you just jumped out of your skin. You do know you own a cat, right?
Yeah, well, I shut myself because she wasn't. I'd closed. I had Peggy proofed the upper half of the house, and then Peggy just emerged out of nowhere.
Do you know what I love? That Forrest has to Peggy proof. I have to child proof as well. So I've got the girls asleep upstairs. Yeah,
Peggy proof. It won't be long till I'm doing both. I'll be
I know.
And Peggy proofing.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Peggy, what are you doing? Come on in. Here we go, baby. Right.
Okay, Peggy. We're gonna bring it in.
Shall we?
Let's talk some news. Okay, so let's do Fantastic Four because I think that's kind of the most notable thing to talk about right now in terms of what's circulating in the MCU. Yep. Obviously, we've still got the release date coming through in July. We're working towards a very flipping good movie. I mean, the final trailer came out, and it's just a couple more bits in terms of the final trailer. If you haven't seen it already, do listen, do go and see it. It is very good, and I think there's every opportunity for this to be the movie of the year, particularly from a superhero standpoint. Do you know what? I went from going, Superman, oh my God, the first trailer, this is going to be amazing. And then we've just had drips of Superman stuff coming out, and with Superman and Fantastic Four, I think it's quite clear that Fantastic Four will most likely do better in the cinema for box office hits against Superman. So I mean, I think it's going to be great. I mean, what we've got kind of a little bit of news. I mean, in terms of the news, there was Vanessa Kirby was actually interviewed not long ago, and she has said that she had been studying quantum physics to authentically portray the character's intelligence. And so, in terms of that kind of retro vibe and stuff, but she really delved deep into kind of and found it genuinely quite fascinating. And she's really enjoying and embracing Sue Storm, which is nice because you don't hear that a lot from the actors these days that are kind of going into MCU projects. They're like, actually, there's a really good comparison against Millie Alcock, who's just finished shooting Supergirl, and she was interviewed about, how did it feel, putting on the suit for the first time, and she was like, yeah, fine. And she was like, and what was it like finishing? And you wrapped this last week, and she was like, yeah, no, I mean, you don't really think about it that much. You don't realise what kind of project you're in until it's done, and then when it's over, then you realise how special it is. And it's like, oh, okay, interesting. Like that, she didn't sell it very well. I mean, bless her. She's
value the worth of it.
She's a brilliant actress. I'm watching Sirens at the moment that she's in. She's good in that. But it's interesting. So Vanessa's like, she's going straight into the role, really enjoying it. And the other thing is that Fantastic Four's got lots of heritage to it, and obviously it's been on our screens a few times now. But it at the root of it, and what's done well within the trailers is that it's all about the family element, the family environment. We got a shot of Franklin as well. So there's a shot of the baby lying down next to Reed Richards and Sue Storm. That's very much going to be playing a part in it as well. I wonder if we see, I don't know, some sort of Franklin in peril situation. I don't know. What do you think?
What do I think? I think I'm just genuinely excited for this stuff, mate. I think, I don't know. I think we're gonna get. I am hesitant to guess anything nowadays.
Really?
Because I am always proved wrong. I start off too big with my concept and my ideas, and over the course of the podcast, they get severely lowered. And then I go and see it, and they get lowered again. So I'm apprehensive to suggest anything about any movie moving forward, other than the knowledge that, whether it's Fantastic Four is going to be about the four Fantastics, and the fact that Superman will be about Superman. That's all I'm willing. That's all I'm willing to add.
And this is why he's a co-host on a superhero podcast.
That's the kind of
shit we want to hear.
That's
great. That's good stuff. No, good. I mean, good. You're excited, but then you're reserved. Again, it's a good example around that. Forrest is a little bit apprehensive. There's nothing to say that we're not always feeling like that. I think as a superhero collective, particularly. So with this new trailer, alongside this kind of final trailer, we've also got the release of the date of the ticket sales for Fantastic Four First Steps when it comes out in the cinema. So you can, from now, if you're listening to us now, you'll be able to book tickets wherever you're going to watch this movie, wherever you are, in advance, which is interesting. Because do people do that? Like, do people book this far in advance to go and see a movie?
I mean, everything we're told is that people are booking later and later, right? They're booking on the day, they're just coming. So I do find this whole, we're going to put it on sale. I suppose it gives the marketing time a little bit longer to be like, you can go and get your ticket now. It's all available now. Come and see it now. But I don't see that working. I also don't really see. I don't see the need for it for the movies they do it to either. Fantastic Four will surely sell.
But why would you? Yeah, why would you announce that the tickets are going on sale as well as a marketing, strategy, as a tactic? I mean, it's really interesting.
Fantastic Four have done a whole trailer on their popcorn box for Galactus. And I'm
They
like,
have, yeah. They revealed a
what-
Galactus popcorn
what
bucket.
Are people really going mad for popcorn buckets? It just wasn't a thing for us when we were
It really
kids,
wasn't.
right?
No. That is a thing that's happened. It feels like over the last couple of years, the trend of like exclusive popcorn buckets is a thing that moviegoers are latching onto. Now, there's a couple of things around that where I'm like, I get it, but I don't get it. I don't get it, the fact that they're using it as a kind of like, it's exclusive. The prices of them are absolutely ridiculous. But then equally, it's a souvenir, but it also gets people to go to the cinema as well. So and so you can understand its value around that. But man, it's like, I mean, do you really want a Galactus popcorn bucket? I don't know. I wouldn't personally, but like that doesn't mean I'm not a fan. It just means I'm gonna probably use it once and do what with it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's an odd concept. It's all, and the amount of money, because I'm assuming, well, no, cinemas will definitely have to cost it how they want, right? And
yeah, I think so.
The cost of popcorn anyway is mental. So I can only imagine a bucket on top of that must be outrageous.
Should we find out? They range. So the Red Hulk ones, so the ones for Captain America, which is now available on Disney Plus, which was a bit of news that was released this week. Has anybody watched it on Disney Plus? No, because it was shit. We've got Red Hulk popcorn containers between the prices, a large popcorn as well, $32.99 and $37.99.
$32.99.
What the fuck?
Why on earth? What on earth is it? I suppose it's like they're almost like collector's items, right? Because cinemas can't be buying a lot of them. The Deadpool versus Wolverine one sold out. I'm pretty sure it did. So they're not selling a lot of them. I can't imagine them making many of them, right? So
no.
With that in mind, and maybe it becomes a collector's item. Therefore, like you say, it becomes a bit of a fad. It gets the word out there, but I don't know.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, yeah. I'm not going to buy it. People will buy it. It's probably for the younger audience as well. But then there'll be some adult fans of this kind of stuff that will probably just, use it as collector's items. Fine, no worries. You do you, right? The other thing is, so we're still running towards the UK release date for Fantastic Four First Steps is July 23rd. In other related news as well for Fantastic Four, so the CCXP Mexico panel had some highlights from the trailer and also shared some exclusive clips from the trailer. So it's kind of like an additional trailer with some exclusive bits within it. And it was seen in a few shots of Sue Storm going into labour whilst being pursued by the Silver Surfer. Which is interesting because that's quite a big narrative plot point and a mover within the movie. So, like I was just saying, like Franklin being in peril, it feels like that's going to very much be a central point. I wonder whether Silver Surfer is there to discard maybe of the baby. I wonder whether there's a bigger price. Galactus wants Franklin. Because there's a lot of no, I don't even know. I don't know if it's like hidden power or there is a precious cargo situation with Franklin around it. I mean, and then that links into Agatha as well, because she ends up becoming the nanny of Franklin.
Yes.
So I mean, we'll just have to see. But like, this is the point where things kind of start kind of being theorized. Loads of theories running through again with Doomsday, but like,
the biggest thing with Fantastic Four, right, is the fact that what is amazing, I think, from our perspective, is the limited nature of how much movie we've seen, right? All the trailers they've carted out are all the same moments over and over again, right? We've seen virtually none of that movie in the same way, and may I add, that they did with Thunderbolts. So my MCU's marketing has got a lot better. I don't feel like I've seen even a quarter of Fantastic Four, let alone seen a trailer with the whole movie in it, which you could argue earlier earlier on in the MCU, we certainly did. We got a lot of the movie. I mean, Captain America, for instance, with Red Hulk, we basically got the entire fucking movie in any footage.
Yeah.
So it's a great turnaround, and actually, therefore, we can genuinely put a lot of these theories out there because we've seen so little to kind of dispute them.
Yeah. You stopped in a point where I was not expecting you to pause.
Yeah, I could tell. I couldn't quite tell whether you hadn't actually listened to what I was saying.
No, I did,
and I caught you red-handed there, or you were very surprised by the end of my statement because.
No, I was because it felt like it was mid flow.
No, that was a very much end of flow. That was a strong, quick, short piss.
Short.
And my flow ended. Yeah, quite quickly there.
Strong, quick, short piss.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that a lot. Should we move into some doomsday shenanigans?
Oh, shall we?
Let's switch it up to doomsday. Just because we haven't reviewed anything, so we're going to talk about other things in the MCU. Doomsday is very much in flow of filming. Filming is underway. People are doing their things and finishing their things. We've got Alan Cumming, who's been very vocal. I'd say he's probably one of the most vocal MCU characters. Nightcrawler, reintroduced from the original X-Men movies, but also he's been very glowing about the film and already the project in itself, and he's very excited by coming back, but then also saying he's done his bits already. I'm like, okay, fair play. So speaking of which, there was I don't know if you saw it for us, but I saw it on Instagram just today as well, that they're going to be using Windsor Castle as Magneto's castle.
My favourite of the castles.
Innit? Like, so that's pretty cool. And I'm sure Sir Ian will be rather happy with that.
I'm sure he will be, yeah. Oh, wow.
Sir Ian in Windsor Castle.
Sir Ian, Action Gandalf, you shall not pass. Sir Ian.
Well, one of my clauses within doing this project was to go to Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige, I said, I would only want to work within one location, and that is Windsor Castle. And I'm in Windsor Castle as Magneto, and that's what I'm going to do.
The thing about being an actor is not to be yourself. You'll receive the script with your character and the words your character will say. You read that script, and then you cease to be yourself. Sir Ian McKellen.
Ian McKellen. He's brilliant. What a moment of TV that was. Anyway, so we've got a record-breaking budget as well for us. Have you read this as well?
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, record-breaking. Breaks all the records. This one, billions.
Well done. So the report suggests that Avengers Doomsday could be the most expensive film ever made, with a production budget. Honestly, I went for a reel and it fucked it. So Doomsday, I'm going to repeat it, dear listener, because this is a reel. So reports suggest that Avengers Doomsday could be the most expensive film ever made, with a production budget estimated at $1 billion, which is insane.
Only 1 billion more than your Spurs t-shirt. So,
well, yeah,
here we are.
Pretty much, yeah.
Fuck, that is a lot of money, isn't it? A lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
It's going to claw its way back on the box office, though, isn't it?
I mean,
it's going to make that money back. Like,
it's got to, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's got to. So apparently around about 600 million for production, and then an additional 400 million for marketing and promotion. The film boasts a massive ensemble cast, obviously, with salaries totaling around about 250 mil. That is a lot of salaries.
It makes you fucking sick, really, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
As an actor, that shit makes you sick. You're like, there's not enough money right, for regional theatres or even fucking regional film companies to make any fucking money or ever like be able to pay actors or pay anyone, and yet the top fucking like 2% of the acting population are getting literal millions for what is probably a 20-minute feature.
So there's a report via. Oh, I mean, I didn't tell all the sources with the other ones anyway, but there's a report via Deadline.
Matt's not listened to what I had to say then.
Oh, shut! It's on theme. It's on theme because my brain. I'm sorry. My brain went straight into 250 million. How many actors are announced for this? So there's around about 60 Marvel characters. 60. So 60 actors, let's say, around in this movie. Not including all the supporting artists and everything like that, and crew and everything else. But so 250 million. Divide that. By 60.
Let's do that.
4.1 mil.
4.1 mil each.
4.1 mil each. That is absolutely insane.
That's it. Sorry, I am listening. Basically, Sophie has just told me she needs to hairdryer hair. So, listeners and Matt,
if we send,
it's 9:30 at night.
It's 9:30 at night.
It's 9:30 at night. It's clearly time for me to dry my hair.
Listeners, I'll just remind you, I'm 34 weeks pregnant. It's 9:30 at night, and I want to dry my hair.
She does, dear listener.
Yeah.
This is gonna be fun.
I remember these days. I remember
Published
these.
Saturday. It will be published. It will be published. And do you know what's going to be published? Is YouTube. What published? YouTube. Seeing my face react to that comment.
Yeah.
No, hair dry away. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time.
Do it. I dare you.
No, you don't have to wait till we finish.
No, don't wait. Do it.
She wants to wait.
Oh, bless her.
It's really
Bless
nice.
her.
That's really
You don't
nice.
have to wait.
It's really lovely.
It's all
We're doing
good.
God's work here, so you know.
Oh yeah.
You are.
So yeah, we are. You want to take Peggy with you?
She'll join me anyway.
All right, Peggy will join. Oh, I love that. She just landed on the floor, and she wants scrub. She wants scratches. It's adorable.
Go on then, Angel.
Anyway, so how much per person did you say?
4.1 mil.
Which is ridiculous. Even more ridiculous when you realise that
On average.
supporting actors and most of the actors within that 60 aren't getting paid anywhere near that. Which means the likes of Robert Downey Jr.'s salaries are just like who needs that money? What actor possibly deserves or requires that money from a single film? No one. And you know, not to stand on the soapbox. But if you are an actor accepting that kind of money, right, surely one of two things needs to happen. Either you should be speaking out and going, why is arts education across Western, most countries in the world, let's be honest, probably, right, I can only speak for the UK, is fucking dying a death, right? So why are you not reinvesting your money into arts education so that like films will continue for as long as they can, right? Or why are you not just going, actually that's unacceptable, let me pay all the supporting actors X amount of money to ensure that we're all on an equal standing? Where is communism in the world of the arts? That's basically what I'm saying.
Preach, Forrest. Preach.
Because also this idea of communism within that kind of hello, what was that?
I put my finger in the XLR port.
It's always
It just gave me a little bit of an electric shock. Sorry.
Oh my god! But you went back for that again, didn't you?
I did because that's just curiosity, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was just, is that going to happen again? Oh, yeah, it did.
Yes, it did.
It did.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's outrageous. Come on, guys. Do
100%.
do better, Hollywood. Right?
It's filthy money.
It's filthy. It's
money.
unnecessary. No one even needs millions from a single acting job. You certainly don't need to be getting anywhere near $1 billion for an acting job.
No, man. No.
Whatever it might be.
Yeah.
It's just outrageous.
So a couple more things from Doomsday as well. Just keeping it going, Forrest.
Redistribute the wealth.
Before we go into a tangent about political society.
All right, it's not good that I talk about redistributing the wealth, but Mr. fucking Philip Schofield and Mill all over here, absolutely all over that like a rat up a drain pipe. Yeah, okay, no worries. I see where I'm wanted.
I see where I'm wanted. I see what I need to do. All right, yeah. Well,
Sorry, carry on.
Loki, Doomsday. Now, Tom Hiddleston was on Jimmy Kimmel this past week and was interviewed on Jimmy Kimmel and was asked about his involvement in Doomsday. Obviously, very good PR trained that Tom Hiddleston is, keeping it very coy, but he was confirming that he's in the movie and he is still very much holding all of those timelines together, because the other assumption was like, what are you doing? And it was like, well, I'm holding the timelines together, so something's going to be I'll be dealing with something like that. So he's going to be very much a pivotal part, I'd say, in Doomsday, in my assumption, on the basis of what he's alluding to. But the other thing is there's news being breaking about Thor 5. And there's been rumor casts that have been kind of like coming through. And again, these are rumors. These are just like fan-made castings and people talking about what's happening with Thor 5. Now, again, the next rumor around it is that that's the question I'll bring to you, dear listener. Are we going to be witnessing a Thor death in Doomsday to then tie in with Loki, because we saw Thor seeing his Loki die, and then in turn we will see Loki see his Thor die, and then as a ripple effect from that, not to kickstart the Thors, but to still have a Thor 5, but it would be a different Thor in Thor 5.
I can't see that happening. Can you? I can't see that happening.
I can.
What's the point?
I think we're most definitely working towards not a reboot, but we were talking about what's going to happen after Secret Wars. I just feel like in my bones we've got a Young Avengers coming in the next 10 years, and I think we'll have a really young Thor, like Thor's daughter, with Stormbreaker in hand. Fucking massive Stormbreaker, yeah.
I don't see it. You've got more chance of who's our favourite female character in Thor? Is it Seth? No, what's her name? Sith. Lady Sif. You got more chance that they might like vamp up Lady Sif and bring her back, or Lady Sif has a child and they bring her into it.
Yeah,
I don't see the point. What's the point in doing Thor? There's no point in doing Thor 2.0 because in my view, everyone loves Chris Hemsworth. They know him to be Thor, and the audiences who know him to be Thor aren't young enough to appreciate a different Thor coming through. I wouldn't have thought. It just makes no sense to me. He's still in it, so
yeah,
it'd be odd to go like, oh, we're going to rejuvenate. I mean,
he's been Thor for 15 years, man. Like, I honestly feel like that's quite likely.
They can get rid of him for sure. Like, I can see him dying, but I don't think they're going to be bringing out a Thor 5 with a different person. I think they're just going to retire Thor for the time being. For a while as well, for a long while. I don't see the point in. I mean, Thor is one of the original. He's the mightiest hero, right? He's one of the originals.
Yeah.
I don't see him. I don't see them bringing Thor back, rather. I don't see that.
I mean, no, go on. No, you go.
No, you're going to keep it on the same theme.
Well, it was kind of related to Jane Foster, because Jane Foster is obviously rumored to be obviously very involved in Thor 5, but then also she's dead. And there's Hercules. Do you think Jane Foster can kind of like come back as a secret person in Doomsday?
Not if Thor dies as well. That'd be too weird. We just got a cast full of people who are dead.
Yeah, that's true.
So it feels like Doctor Who. People are just regenerating
everywhere. Let's not get there. Let's not talk about that.
Oh.
All the Whovians out there divided Whovians.
But so the other thing I want to bring to the table is something that has popped up now and again. Now, again, I think this is a bullshit rumor, but I will talk about it nonetheless. Rumor has it that perhaps Jonathan Majors might be back temporarily in Doomsday to fully cut off Victor Timely's story.
I mean, there's no resolution. There should be a resolution, but I don't think that they're going to do it.
It would be too bizarre, right?
Yeah, at this point now.
Too weird, and also, like, would Jonathan Majors even accept that? Right? You fired me. Quite rightly, they fired him. Like, this is before anyone like launches at me. I think it's all like. I think I agree with it all. What I'm saying is, from Jonathan Major's point of view, he's been fired. I don't think he'd accept to come back for like 2 scenes in order to rectify something like that. You know, he's never going to accept it, right? He's never gonna walk into Marvel Studios. Marvel wouldn't allow it, and he wouldn't be comfortable with it. No. So I find those rumors to be outrageous. But I can understand why people would be rumoring that, because actually, yeah, as you say, that plot isn't dead yet, right?
Yeah, completely. Yeah. I mean, we'll just have to wait and see, right? This is all, and we always say this, it's all about waiting to see what's going to happen. But that's coming in not too long ago, not too far away, let's say. It's far away enough, but it's a year. But moving to the DC realm now, just very quickly. Superman Legacy, due to come out in the UK, release of July the 9th, I think. We've had a few more spots and trailers and here, there and everywhere. Quite a lot of crypto stuff, crypto on the bed with Superman. That sounded a bit dodgy. I realised that.
Crypto on the bed. Matt's got the fan fiction out again. Crypto on the bed.
Crypto on the bed. Oh, do you remember all that? Do you remember that?
Bed. Oh, you in the fan fiction?
Yeah.
In the fan fiction.
That was a whole era, wasn't it, for this podcast?
Yeah. If you want to see Matt at his unintentionally creepiest, listen back to when Matt talks about Elsas. There's a fan fiction including Elsa, and it gets a little bit odd. Little bit worrying. But
I mean, it's
not Matt's fault.
I didn't write it.
Reading what he didn't write it, and didn't read it before he read it.
Honestly, that is in like Don't Be a Hero podcast lore. That is etched in the tapestry of our podcast.
The rich tapestry.
Indeed, the rich tapestry. So it comes out on the 9th of July in the UK, 11th of July in the US. The final cut is due to be kind of sent off via James Gunn imminently. We're talking about within this or next week. And it's rumoured, around to be a running time of 122 minutes, which is the shortest DC movie, I think, in 4 decades. I'm just about to double check that. Where is it? Yeah. So the shortest Superman film in nearly 4 decades. So just the Superman movies, but like the shortest. That's insane. But Gunn apparently is aiming to make it like a just a more resolute, tighter movie, all well-rounded, in a very James Gunn kind of way. I'm still excited about the movie. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really holding my judgment on that. I'm more outwardly confident with Fantastic Four and what they're currently delivering, just on the basis of the richness of the characters and the stories, but then also just how it looks, and they're giving something so fresh, but not in a way that it's kind of risky. There is something potentially risky about Superman Legacy that might not pull off in the movies.
Do you think there's a certain level of... Because I agree, right? I agree with you. And do you think there's a certain amount of kind of... I think I'm getting a bit like... We've known James Gunn to be at the helm of DC Studios for a long time now, right? It's been a long time coming. We knew also, and we've known for years, that Superman was going to be his first film, right?
Yeah.
And to kickstart DC Studios and all this stuff, right? I almost feel like there's a kind of... I can't think of a better word. It's not the ideal word, but a bit of boredom about it. It's been so long in the making, and he's been teasing it throughout. And I almost think this is a bit in James's era, really. Like, even when he was writing it, he was feeding so much information out there about the movie. Right, way before even casting was announced, he did there was a concept photo really early on. It kind of just feels like it's been an eternity of being made and being out there. Whereas Fantastic Four, yes, we've known for a while they're inbound, but it's been teased so quietly and not often. And only in the last 6 months has it obviously naturally exploded in terms of marketing. And I just kind of feel, and also Marvel have got Doomsday. They had Thunderbolts. They've had a lot of other things to promote and to discuss and talk about. Whereas James Gunn has kind of put all eggs in the Superman basket, and we're not really, although we know of things that are inbound, we're not seeing anything about them, we're not hearing anything about them, not getting updates for other DC studios. In fact, the only thing we do hear about is Batman, which sounds like it's going like up shit's creek, like, you know, is it cancelled projects, cancelled actors? Like, there's not enough of other things, so all we're getting churned out about is Superman. So I'm just feeling kind of lethargic about it before it's even come out.
Yeah, it's already feeling like, just because there's so much riding on it, and he's gone so strong in going, this is the reboot of the DC universe. This is the new beginning. This is the new era. This is going to be everything. You have to watch this because it's going to kickstart a new generation of superhero movies. When you say that to the media, when you bring that out to the universe, you're putting a lot on your shoulders there.
And it's one hero in a movie.
One hero,
right?
And he's
James
a problematic hero as well, because he's overpowered.
Yeah,
he's overpowered.
James Gunn is known for Guardians of the Galaxy and how successfully he told stories of multiple heroes in a movie, right? And we're going straight to one hero being the pinnacle of whether DC Studios is going to work out or not. It just seems that what should have happened is either you start with a movie that's got a few in, or he should have at least double billed this, so we had Superman and then something quite soon after it, right? So at least it's not just all falling and dying by the sword potentially over Superman. It just fit. I feel I'm worried. You've also
got a whole audience of Superman, and this is, again, it's difficult because I think when people are kind of like having to shift their perspective on superhero, it's difficult to do that. We've got a very different Superman here. We've got a very different Kal-El here, and compared to the Snyderverse, the Henry Cavill version, it is a stark difference. But the problem with that is that you're inherently then disregarding that fan base a little bit. Whether that's intentional or unintentional, the people that are avid Snyder fans, avid like, oh yeah, Henry Cavill's the GOAT Superman. Once you then throw a new person in the mix that doesn't have the inherent likeness, I would say, within it. Not to say that we don't, because we haven't seen really enough of David Corenswet's version of Superman, but just from a color palette, just from the way the presentation is being played, it's very different. And inherently, that's then pushing a little bit of that fan base to the side, which I think's risky. I think it's risky because those are the people that are watching Penguin. Those are the people that are watching HBO Max stuff, which you've just cancelled Batman as well. You've just cancelled Robert Pattinson as Batman. Those people are probably enjoying those movies as well. That's not going to happen. So where do they stand in the DC universe? And that's tricky because I think what the MCU were doing is that they were falling into that trap as well. They were very much going into something a little bit like, no, we're going for new audiences, quantity over quality, That didn't work. And there was so much pushback to the point that they've gone, oh, great, let's get the fucking Russo brothers back. Let's do Doomsday. Let's make it Endgame 2.0. And we don't know how that's going to pull off yet. But they're at least going, shit, we need to make sure that they remain our fans because that's a big percentage of the ticket goers, the people that can afford as well to buy those stupidly overpriced popcorn buckets as well. So it's in it. Like when you really bring it down to those kind of levels, it's risky. It's risky. But I'm looking forward to it. July's going to be mate, we're not even that far away from it. In all fairness, we're really not that far. We're only a few weeks away from July. So the fact that we're talking about it now is actually getting me really excited.
Can't wait. Buzzing for it.
Yeah.
I think we'll wrap it up there, really.
Indeed.
Fantastic. We will be back next week. Christ knows what with. Maybe it's a review. Maybe we're just chatting shit for 60 minutes.
I mean,
sort of news, but
this could be big July build up. I don't know.
Big July build up just for 4 weeks. No, we'll probably do Blade Runner. We'll definitely. I think I'll watch some of it tomorrow. So.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll do it. Anyway, it's been lovely speaking to you as always, Matthew.
Beautiful time. Love it here.
Can't wait to see your beautiful face again soon.
Dear listener, thank you so much for listening and watching on the old YouTube. Give us a like, give us a follow, give us a subscribe. Tell us what you think. Give us an email. You know we're still on that ride to 4,000 on the old Instagram, so you should give us a follow there too. Okay? Great.
Yeah. That's, you know what? Also, before we go, I'm really excited about this week. It's going to be lots of gaming news. If you're a gamer out there, there's going to be lots of gaming news. We've got a state of play. Sony doing a state of play tonight.
Yeah.
We've got Xbox Showcase, and we've got Summer Games Fest. 3 events all in 1 week. And I can guarantee there'll be a Marvel game or 2 in there as well, Matt. I reckon.
Bloody loo there will be.
So watch the space.
Oof. Right.
I might do a little extra podcast where I talk about the announcements
I dare
of
you.
the gaming world. Oh,
I dare you. Any content's good content right now.
right. I'm on
Right.
it. Ta-ra, everybody. Good night.